Before the summer of 1914, Europe appeared powerful and prosperous, with empires like Britain, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Russia dominating the globe. Beneath this golden age, however, fierce rivalries and tensions simmered. Nationalism surged, especially in the Balkans, where ethnic groups sought independence from old empires. Industrialization had transformed warfare, sparking an arms race, especially between Germany and Britain. The continent was locked in a fragile peace, with each power vying for dominance and colonies. Germany, eager for its place in the sun, challenged the established order, fueling further friction. Every diplomatic incident and colonial dispute added fuel to the fire. Most Europeans were unaware of how close they stood to disaster, going about their daily lives as usual. Yet, behind the scenes, military leaders and politicians prepared for war, their alliances turning Europe into a powder keg. The intricate web of alliances meant that any spark could ignite a continent-wide conflict. The summer of 1914 would prove to be the breaking point. The stage was set for a tragedy that would reshape the world. Europe's security rested on a tangled system of alliances, meant to deter war, but instead dividing the continent. The Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria-Hungary and Italy, stood on one side. Opposing them was the Triple Entente, France, Russia and Britain, united by suspicion of German ambitions. These alliances created two armed camps, each ready to support its members in conflict. Military plans were rigid, assuming immediate support from allies, leaving little room for diplomacy. Any local dispute now risked triggering a chain reaction across Europe. The alliances, meant for security, instead fostered paranoia and obligation. Nations clung to their pacts, fearing isolation more than war itself. The system made a general war not just possible but likely. Leaders saw the danger, but no one could break free from the web. The machinery of war was primed, only a spark was needed. Europe was poised on the edge of catastrophe. The countdown to disaster had begun. The spark came on June 28, 1914, in Sarajevo, Bosnia, recently annexed by Austria-Hungary to the anger of local Serbs. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, visited the city with his wife Sophie. Serbian nationalists, supported by the Black Hand, plotted to assassinate him. Their first attempt failed, but a wrong turn brought the Archduke's car face-to-face with Gavrilo Princip. Princip seized the moment, firing two fatal shots. The assassination shocked Europe, but few realized it would ignite a global conflict. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia, seeing the attack as state-sponsored terrorism. Determined to crush Serbia, Vienna began preparing for war. The alliances would soon be put to the test. The powder keg had finally been lit. After the assassination, Austria-Hungary sought Germany's backing, receiving a blank check of support. Austria-Hungary issued a harsh ultimatum to Serbia, designed to be rejected. Serbia accepted most demands but refused one that violated its sovereignty. On July 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Russia, protector of the Serbs, mobilized its army in response. Germany, fearing encirclement, declared war on Russia, then France. Germany's invasion of neutral Belgium brought Britain into the war. In just days, a regional crisis became a European war. The alliance system had turned a single event into a continent-wide catastrophe. Diplomacy failed, the dominoes fell. The world was now at war. The old order was collapsing. The conflict would soon engulf the globe. The War of 1914 was unlike any before. Modern weapons made defense deadly and movement impossible. Trench warfare on the Western Front led to years of stalemate and unimaginable loss. The conflict spread beyond Europe, drawing in colonial empires and distant nations. Britain and France mobilized troops from across their empires. Fighting erupted in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. New powers joined: the Ottoman Empire, Bulgaria, Italy, Japan, and eventually the United States. Over 4 years, more than 15 million died, with millions more wounded. The war introduced horrors like poison gas, tanks, and aerial bombing. 4 empires collapsed. Europe was left shattered and bankrupt. The trauma and devastation shaped the rest of the century, paving the way for revolution and future conflict. By November 1918, the world had changed forever. The assassination in Sarajevo had unleashed a storm that swept away the old world. A new uncertain era had begun.